Okay, so what does a $700 and some odd pump look like? That's it right here. Here's the 1.6 horsepower pump, and here's the impeller. Now this was, remember I took it apart, I thought the motor was bad. Let me turn it around this way. So the motor is connected by a coupling in here to the impeller, which is right here. Now the motor they gripped onto with a pair of pliers, and it stopped, and you heard it gurgling in here like grinding. But then if you turn this, why I took it off is because this was really tight. It turned out that this was going bad also, so I'm just replacing the whole thing, and it's sold as one unit. So I got my measuring tape because I'm actually going to measure from one of the housing units to the other one, and then measure where it has to go, because this is a whole different impeller head. So that's about 8.5 inches, and hopefully where it's going is right about 8.5 inches. If not, I gotta wait till tomorrow to get the rest of the pipes. Now this is the old impeller right here, and this is where it's gonna go, right at 8.5 inches. So I gotta get this off right here by the 4 screws right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. This impeller unit's gonna come out, and the whole thing's gonna be on it. Now what I don't like, and this is something else to learn you, is that what they told me when I said with these couplings right here, one time, this is my second one I bought in 24 years of living here, but these couplings, one of my first motors kept breaking. The springs will break, and then you hear it rattling like tinging all over. That echoes through your radiator, ting 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 ting, really loud. And what happens is this frame around this is actually bolted to this and being held on by this right here. See, the whole thing, all the weight is screwed on it right here. So this housing bends and goes off kilter, which causes those to break. So that's something that I just learned today. Let me get the other one off, and we'll put this one on. Okay, taking these impeller bolts off down here. The only socket I had that could go on it is a 2532. 2532 is the only one that I could have to go on this, and I'm holding this one with a crescent wrench, and that's why I'm taking these off right here. I got 4 of them, 2 on the bottom and 2 on the top. I'm gonna leave the top ones hang and then do the bottom ones right now. Now you see, I've been gone for about 4 hours. Water is still draining from the radiators. If I open this right here, I could drain the whole boiler system, but I'm not trying to do that, even though a lot probably went out. But now I got all these loose right here, so I gotta try to finagle this out of here. I've done it before, I just gotta try to remember how, so when I do it, I'll get back with you. There's a little lip on it that I see. There it goes. I don't know if you've seen that. There's a little lip down here. So I pulled this one way and I pushed this the other way. And I pulled out on this, I pushed it on this, and it all came out. Gotta make sure this whole old gasket is off. I'm gonna have to find. Gotta get this old gasket off. The top one seems like it came off, but let me get the bottom one off, and then we'll go ahead and get the new motor. All right, I had to hit this. I had to hit this with a flathead and a hammer. And I put the screwdriver on here, and not a hammer, but like my crescent wrench. Actually, I used to hit that. So let me try to stand straight up and get the new part. But seeing that I'm freaking 46 years old, this standing up part is not working very well. All right, so you gotta make sure this is where the new gasket's gonna go. Make sure that's all clean. And then here, I seen it when I took it off. That one came off. This one actually came off very good. It was this one that this kind of just got really hard. I mean, it's got really hard on there, so gotta make sure that's off the best that you can. And then we're gonna go get the new one ready. Like I said, I pulled out on the pipe and pushed in on the pump inward to separate. This bolt kind of is in a bad position for me right here, because I gotta put the other one on the bolt and then the top in first. So we'll see what's gonna happen. Alright, we have new gaskets and new bolts. These gaskets are a lot bigger than the other gaskets. That's where it's gonna go. it's gonna hang. There's direction. It pumps downward into the bottom of the boiler. So there is a direction on the pump, but I'm hanging it exactly the way it was hung on there. In this bag somewhere there should be the oil to lubricate it. So I'm gonna open this bag up right now and get the gaskets ready. I'm gonna make my pirate sound. Arrgh! These bolts are way shorter than the other bolts that I had it with. Look at the difference in size of the bolts. They're way shorter. So I'm wondering if I should cut this one out or leave this one in and try to fit it, but I really don't want to mess up the gaskets. So this is what I'm deciphering right now. Boy, am I glad it's going to be 60 degrees tomorrow, because that's the wrong part. The pump is right. The pump is right. I should have took the dang impeller in. My impeller input is smaller than that impeller input. So, no heat tonight. Gotta wait till tomorrow morning to put that on. Okay, there's the flange right there. That's 8.5 inches in between both flanges. And you see that at the bottom of the flange, there's a pipe. And at the top of the flange, there's a pipe. It's a 4 feet pipe coming from the top to right here. And there's probably about a inch to inch and a half nipple at the bottom. Okay, the reason why I have to take this flange off is because when I went back to the store, my pipe was like 1.5 inches and the new flange was 2-inch flange, but they said they didn't sell any of the 1.5 inches anymore. It was a 2-inch standard now what they sell. So I had to take off my old flange and screw this other flange on the pipe, but this flange is like freaking 100 years old, so it took me forever to get it out. So this step is how I got it off. Okay, I cut in there real good. I don't want to mess up the tread, so maybe I loosened up a little pressure. I'm using MAP gas now. I want to heat it with MAP gas. And when you think you got it hot enough, heat it more. I don't know if you can see me right here. I'm not too much worried about the video as much as I am getting this piece off, so I apologize for that. Alright, well it loosened to start turning, so I'm going to heat it some more. Now that I got closer to the threads, I don't want to mess up the threads, so I got my Proform, my vibrating saw, and I got a little thin line with the vibrating saw in there, but it's still not turning. Alright, with the precision saw and the heat, it's coming. Not as easy. I'm telling you, it took me probably about 35 minutes, 45 minutes maybe. Look at that. Whew. That thing probably been on there about 100 years. I use MAP gas. I started with a angle grinder, but went down to the precision saw. Right there. Precision saw metal. And then when I got that fine line as thin as I could, I thought I went ahead and cut it with that. So I just gotta see if these flanges fit, because if not, I gotta run back even before I cut the next flange off. Oh god, sorry about my language. I think it's gonna be too small. Nope, that's it. Yeah, because this one right here is thick. I don't know how it is. Look how thick that one is. That one's fat. And that's the new one. Old one, new one. Now I gotta cut that one off. With this one, I'm gonna try just with the vibrating saw first. And we'll see from there. I don't know why I didn't think of this yesterday, just to cut in the center of it. Look at that. This one took me maybe 10 minutes. I cut it with the precision saw. No angle grinder, just a precision saw. Okay, I know from the original pump I took off, the separation was about 8.5 inches. So putting these on, I started with the blue pipe dope, but there was too much play in this right here where I felt like it wasn't snug in it. So the blue pipe dope's on the bottom, but on the top I got tape, and then I measured 8.5 inches here. Get that out of there. And then I'm gonna clean that off, and that's where the gaskets are gonna go, in there. You gotta be kidding me, I got a leak. I gotta see where it's at. It's not the top, it's the bottom gasket. Take it back off. That bottom gasket is a mother to get on there. Alright, got the bottom gasket on, so I gotta let that fill up some. I left one nut halfway on, and I was tucking it in from the back. So that seems like it's okay, so let me tighten up this top one right now. Alright, so far so good. Nothing's running out like a bat out of hell. This one don't got, oh, there's the lock right there. Got to pull this off to put the lock washer in here. There's one fill, there's one fill, there's one fill. They give you the juice for it. Oh man, that seems to be no leaks. No leaks, no leaks, no leaks. That's running full. This is supposed to stop it when it gets to 12 pounds of pressure, and you can adjust it with the top. If you open it like that, that's full pressure right there, so you could use like that to fill it up. Sure is filling up a lot faster than that old one. Okay, I didn't hook up any electrical yet. All the wires are still hanging here. And I filled up the first radiator already and came down to check for any leaks. One of the things I say is fill the closest radiator to the system, not the furthest one, because then you're creating air pockets. I say fill the closest one till all the air is out, then do the next closest, then the next closest. That's how I work it. Alright, this is the Bell Gossett fuel that you got to put in with it. And it got levels on what to put it in. Right there. And another level, another level. One's for the front, one's for the middle, and one's for the back end. Alright, so now I sit and wait. All the radiators are filled up. I backed the pressure of this off a little bit because I think that was too high. And now you gotta let the temperature get up to where it's supposed to be. But this aquastat is the next thing I gotta replace. See how old that aquastat is? I normally keep it around 160 to 180 degrees. But I had, when I was hitting the valve trying to break it loose, I loosened up that aquastat, so it's a little bit off. So now I gotta let the pressure in the boiler along with the heat temperature figure out if it's gonna be able to shut off with the aquastat, or if I gotta lower the aquastat down. It goes up to 220 degrees, but it's gonna put over 30 pounds of pressure and probably blow the system. So jack of all trades, master of none. So if anything I'm saying, please correct for other people that are watching. Did the pressure relief valve right there, and did the Bell Gossett pump, converted it from 1 1/4 to 2 inches because that's what the store had.